Okay, I know I'm a little late to this topic, but I gotta talk about it. Siege X's glitches. The most game-breaking glitches. And I mean that literally. I'm a little late to the topic, but let me just get this over with. This video's gonna be like 2 minutes long, but who cares? Alright, so the castle glitch. So there was a glitch. Now, if you may have noticed, for the past few days, the operator castle was temporarily deactivated. Why? Well, there was a glitch with them. What was that glitch? Well, that glitch is where if you press down your castles during prep phase, it disconnected, reconnected when the prep phase ended, tear down the castles, you would crash your teammates, the enemies, and your game, disconnecting everybody from the match. Who would do this and how did someone discover this? I have no idea. And I'm probably gonna say I have no idea how people discover this a lot because really, I actually have no clue. How did someone possibly do the steps for castle to the point where it made the game crash? Someone, please tell me who discovered this and how in the world did they discover this. But the castle glitch isn't the only glitch in the game that could do something pretty game breaking. There was another glitch known as the Doc glitch. Why is he not on the screen? Why the Doc glitch? What was the Doc glitch? Well, if you knocked yourself and revived yourself, well no, if you knocked yourself during the prep phase and Doc revived you, you would be literally invincible. So you would appear crouched on the enemy team from everybody's perspective, but in reality, you could be standing up or crouching or proning. Nobody would know, because no matter what you're doing, you always appear crouched. And if the enemy team tries to shoot you, you could not die. No matter how much you tried, or how many times the enemy team shot you, you just wouldn't die. Which means you could easily get free elo just by doing this glitch. Now, thankfully, I haven't seen anybody use this glitch in my games, but I know someone's going to do it. Again, to do it, you have to knock yourself during prep phase, and then Doc would revive you, and then you're pretty much invincible. That's how it would work. Now there's another glitch. There's gonna be a lot of glitches I'm gonna talk about. There's the, oh wait, didn't mean to show that. Sorry. I know I'm bad at the game, but anyways. So, there's another glitch. With that glitch being the Outback glitch. What is the Outback glitch? Well, pretty much you could rappel through the roof. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm not joking. You are actually able to rappel through the roof. How? I don't know how in the world the Siege developers messed that up and somehow let that slip by, but I guess it just did. But not only that, we also have the OBS glitch. What is the OBS glitch? You get wall hacks. I don't know how you do it or whatever, but it was pretty much free wall hacks. You don't have to buy anything, you don't have to download anything. It's free wall hacks. Now the OBS glitch, Outback glitch, and Castle glitch, they're all patched. So you don't have to worry about that. There's also another glitch that was patched, but it's not as game breaking as the glitches I just talked about. What are those glitches? Well, these glitches are the reload glitch. What is the reload glitch? Well, if you shoot your magazine to the point where you get the reload prompt, where the game is telling you you should probably reload before you run out of bullets. And you reload, and you said, okay, I'm gonna reload. But you start getting scared and hear an enemy, so you start running. But because you ran, you canceled the reload animation. Thus, the reload prompt still being there. Now, if you were to reload anyway after running away and canceling the animation, the reload animation, or not the reload animation, the reload prompt would still be there. The only way to get rid of it, switch weapons, and you can switch your guns. So switch your secondary, and when obviously I don't think anybody's gonna be using a secondary to kill someone, so you're gonna switch it back to your primary. Now that wouldn't be so bad. Now the way to get rid of the reload prompt is not all bad. That is if you're a shield operator. Cause if you're a shield operator, there is no way to get rid of the reload glitch. The reload, because when you switch to your shield, because when you put your shield on your back and then put your shield in front of you, you can't get rid of the reload glitch. Now they patched that glitch as well as the other ones that I said were patched, but there's two glitches that still haven't been patched yet. One of those glitches being the organ glitch. What is the organ glitch? Well, there's a certain spot you can, if you repel upside down, repel on big window, you could actually, there's a certain spot where if you repel, you could phase through the roof again. But instead of going, like, actually through the roof and into the building, you're going inside of the roof. Or there's a certain spot where you could plant, and the defenders can't defuse it, meaning it's an automatic win. God, how in the world are they? How not only are people finding these glitches, but how in the world are they even letting these slip by? How in the world does this game already have so many glitches, and it's been like a few months or weeks since the game's been out? Correct me if I'm wrong about that, by the way. And the other non-patch glitch was one I actually talked about. That is the dock glitch. At least I don't think the dock glitch is still here, but from what I've seen from the patch notes, they haven't patched it yet. So bear with me when it comes to dock users. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about that because I feel like I really needed to address the situation. Cause I just can't with this game. Like, there's so many glitches and bugs. I don't know how they're letting these slip by, and it's a problem. I'm just gonna say that, it's a problem. There's also another game that I can talk about, but I don't know if I should talk about it since we're talking about Siege, but I'll just talk about it now so I don't have to post 2 videos. It's about Call of Duty. It's about Call of Duty. Pretty much they're adding collab skins and they're pretty much making the game die on purpose. That's pretty much all I'm gonna say about it. But anyways, with that being said, what did we learn from this video? Well, we learned that CJX has a problem. It's a problem, bro. I'm just gonna say that. Anyways, signing off. Bye.